quiet of night, I whispered my plea, holding her close, hoping for her decree.
The knock is a single crisp sound, wood on wood, a teacher's tap in the temple courtyard before dawn. Someone answers with a low chant, then 3 soft counts, moi, pi, bei. That set of syllables hangs in the cool air, and you can feel the students fold around it like paper being creased. Quiet stones, loud stories.
Right. That counting, moi, pi, bei, it's functional and musical. It marks timing the way a metronome does, but also marks who belongs in that circle.
I'm Samnang Bradley, and I spend my time listening for the moments when a practice becomes a life. Today, we follow Bokator, not as a showpiece, but as a web of people, masters, apprentices, tailors, school teachers, keeping a tradition warm.
And I'm Sovin Linda. I'll add the context where needed, lineage terms, how training is organized, and what ethical revival looks like on the ground. We'll also point to resources in the show notes.
Quick map. Bokator is a system of body memory, animal forms, grips, and ritual gestures learned by watching and repeating. It carries place names, family lines, and small prayers. We'll name sources in the notes, but for now imagine wooden dummies with dents from decades of practice, the smell of dust and frangipani, and teachers who correct a pupil's spine with a single word.
Mm-hmm. And to be clear, we will not teach combat here. The point is relationship, how knowledge moves between people and across generations.
I want to bring you into one of those relationships. Vuth is an elder master I met under a frangipani tree. He taps the rhythm of a technique on his palm and says, "We learned with the land and the seasons."
Wait, he actually taps? You mean like a pattern you can almost hum back?
Exactly. 3 soft taps, then a longer pause. It's a physical memory that calls the students to correct timing. You could sit there and learn more about the art from that rhythm than from a printed sequence.
I like that. It shows how Apprentices centers correction in the moment, which is why documentation alone can't carry the whole art.
Then there's Dara, 20, impatient, barefoot, even when the earth is hot. He would mimic a hand strike, miss, laugh, try again. He calls out questions in English sometimes in Khmer. Learning looked messy and very alive.
Tell me, did he push for performance? That's a common tension.
He did. There's a scene I replay often. The master corrects Dara sharply, a hard word and a look. Dara bristles and says, "Master, the show pays." The master leans in and says, "If you teach for applause, you will lose what you teach." That landed like a bell.
Oof, that's where heritage work gets complicated. Funding and audiences help keep practice alive, but they can also reshape purpose. The layers matter.
And then there's the seamstress, Mrs. Nye, small shop, radio tuned low. She showed me a singlet with a long tear under the arm. She threaded a needle and made tiny whip stitches, pulling the thread so the patch lay flat. The repaired area looked almost proud, like a healed scar. She said, "When I stitch, I think of the boy's family and the master's pride."
That image matters. It reminds us that revival depends on an ecology. Tailors, parents, posts, people making small repairs so training can continue. Preservation is social as much as symbolic.
We let the courtyard breathe for a while. Feet dragging, a soft Khmer counting call, a student's exhale. Place teaches. The silence between commands tells you when a correction has landed.
I recorded an ethnographer who works with village programs. She emphasized protection, pay elders, negotiate intellectual property, and train teachers in consent and safety. Those steps build a revival that doesn't extract.
There was a joyful example. A primary school taught a simplified sequence named after rice planting. Children learned to move like planting, then explained the meaning to elders. That performance wasn't about winning a medal. It was about passing a memory into younger bodies.
But I want to push you. Can that classroom translation ever replace apprenticeship? I'm not sure a school bell can replicate correction in the courtyard.
Good push. I don't think any single model suffices. Schools widen access. Apprenticeship deepens craft. The best projects we saw paired elders with classrooms and compensated them. That dual path kept both accuracy and reach.
Also, archives help, but video is a hint, not a teacher. A clip shows shape, correction is lodged in touch, and repeated eye contact.
For listeners who want to watch or support Bokator respectfully, a few practical notes. First, always ask before you record or photograph. That simple question protects people and their stories.
Yes. Second, follow the teacher's lead. Sit where you're told. Don't interrupt lessons for a photo op, and never request hands-on instruction without a supervised class.
Third, support teachers directly. Pay for classes, hire local tailors like Mrs. Nye, and give commissions through trusted community groups. That money sustains the people who sustain the practice.
And check permissions for music and performances. Credit performers in any clip you share. List names and permissions. It's a small act with big consequences for cultural survival.
My quiet takeaway. Revival is less a spectacle and more a return of relationships. Elders telling stories, neighbors mending singlets, young people learning patience. Those are the echoes that matter. Quiet stones, loud stories.
If you want to go deeper, check the show notes for readings, community groups, and the ethical checklist we used in the field. We include contact info for local teachers who welcome respectful visitors.
Thank you for stepping into those courtyards with us. If this episode moved you, subscribe to Ancient Echoes for more stories that trace how tradition is healed, taught, and lived. Walk the temples with me and bring respect with your footsteps. Quiet stones, loud stories.
And one last reminder, when you share clips or posts, include performer credits and permissions from our notes. That small care keeps work sustainable. Listen closely and pass it on properly.
Oh, shining diamond, flawless and red, you stand so quiet, soft in the air. I dared not to rush you, feared you'd flee. Your heart too pure to belong to me. If you turn away, I reach and bind, press my hand, still body and mind. Your brows I trace, your breath I steal. This mark I place is dark and real. From this moment break and fall, hear the spell, obey the call. False love born from sacred lies, second one whispers through closed eyes. Follow me, don't fight, don't run, your soul is caught, my work is done. Empty will, your light undone, under spell, under Sigmund. Crystal beauty, diamond bright, caught between shadow, charm and night. Time won't save you, truth won't last. This vow is carved, the line is cast. My words are smoke, my touch is fire. I bend your heart to dark desire.